Competing rallies were held across Brazil on May Day. President Jair Bolsonaro's supporters turned out to back the right-wing leader, while leftists showed their support for his likely rival in October's election, Luiz Inacio Lula da Silva. Paulo Cabral tells us more about the rallies in Sao Paulo.
Brazil's main trade union confederations united on Labor Day this Sunday to call for an act against the government of Jair Bolsonaro and in support of the presidential candidacy of former President Luiz Inacio Lula da Silva.
The Brazilian people cannot take so much suffering anymore. We are facing hunger, unemployment, destruction of social rights, threats to democracy, and political violence from Bolsonaro and the far right against the working class.
The election will not be easy. They will play dirty. So demonstrations and actions like this are very important to show people that it is possible to win and rebuild Brazil.
Thousands of people gathered in different parts of Brazil, but one of the biggest demonstrations happened here in São Paulo, with the presence of Lula da Silva, who is expected to be formalized as the Workers' Party candidate in an event next Saturday. In his speech, Lula hinted at what's likely to be a major theme of his campaign, a comparison between Brazil's current economic conditions and those seen when he was in power.
Todos vocês, mesmo aqueles que são jovens.
All of you, even those who are young, have a relative in this country who had a better life when I was governing this country. During my government, the minimum wage increased above inflation every year.
Lula da Silva has held a consistent lead over Bolsonaro in polling ahead of October's election, but in recent months the margin has narrowed considerably, boosting morale in Bolsonaro's camp.
Supporters of the president also gathered in several cities around the country. In Rio de Janeiro, a rally took place at Copacabana Beach. Backers of Bolsonaro echoed the president's criticism against the country's Supreme Court and his attempts to discredit Brazil's electronic voting system.
This movement is to defend democracy. Contrary to what some people say, Bolsonaro is not a tyrant. He is defending freedom, and that's what we are doing here.
Bolsonaro himself left the presidential palace in Brasília to greet demonstrators there and say a few words, as shown in this video published on the president's social networks.
I came here to greet the people taking part in this peaceful demonstration to defend democracy and freedom. I congratulate everybody who's taking to the streets here in Brasília and all over Brazil. We are all together with God, our nation, and our families.
With 5 months to go before the election, Brazil's highly polarized electorate seems as divided as ever. Paulo Cabral, CGTN, São Paulo.